Dear boys of the last name that roils my insides, I am still angry. What you did, oh, what you did. Your choices dug scars the size of channels in my soul. You stole me, my innocence, my wide-eyed trust, my valiant view of life, my bravery, all kidnapped. In the aftermath of the sexual abuse, I hollowed and I believed lies about myself. One is, I am unworthy of being protected. The other is, my self-worth equals my sexuality, but in the most warped way. Did you think of these things while you satisfied your base desires? Did you realize you'd destroy a little girl's kindergarten life? Had you no shame to violate a 5-year-old girl for your pleasure? You had so much bravery in your sin, violating me while your mom cooked. No fear. And yet your actions made me run scared most of my life, always looking around corners, running, afraid a villain would grab me. You marked me. Ever since your violating act, a mark danced on my forehead for all abusers and violators to see, as if they were black light in the mark fluorescent. It was a ticket for further predators. I'm still angry. Because when I watched my own daughters turn 5 years old, I could barely breathe. Such fear, such sadness. All I wanted to do was to protect my girls. I was so small when you took me into the woods, so incapable of running away. And if I had tried, your hissed words would make me turn around and be re-violated. We will kill your parents if you tell anyone, they said. To protect my parents, I kept my mouth shut tight, and I dared not to run. But if I stay camped in the land of vengeance, my joy will emaciate. You will have won the conquest. You see, I met Jesus when I was 15 years old, 10 years after you scared the hell out of me, 5 years after my father died. Gentle Jesus found me just in time. Those suicide-swirling thoughts had hypercharged my mind. I wondered what in the world was I doing here on this green, tall-treed earth. Was my purpose to be violated? To be used by others like you two? Or did I have some other unknown purpose that I didn't know about? Under an evergreen tree, the memories of your violations stung my eyes, and yet there, in that sacred place, I met Jesus. He took my sin. Oh, so many sins, innumerable were and are they, and flung it eastward in a projectile 1 billion miles away from me. He cleaned me, scrubbed my aching heart, and started me down the painful, beautiful road of healing. He took on my sin and my pain. He changed my I was statements into I am statements. I was molested, but I am cherished by my God. I was stolen from, but I am given everlasting, joyful, abundant life. I was less than, but I am now more than I ever thought I would be. I am free now to forgive you. I am free to look upon you with grace-graced eyes. I am made whole by a holy God. Hallelujah. I understand better now. I thank God that by the time I reached your age, I met Jesus. I could have been you. I could have given in to the vile urges inside, crossed over many a barrier had I not been rescued. Without Jesus, I shudder to think of what I would have become, which brings me to a vulnerable place and a deep, deep sadness for you. If statistics play out, you didn't violate me for kicks. You did what had been done to you. You imitated the life that you had. You acted out the very thing that agonized you. The thing you hated is what you became. There came a day when you made a choice to give in to the madness in your head, where you believed you deserved satisfaction. Someone stole from you, so you may as well steal from someone else. I see Jesus naked on the cross with labored breathing. He understands the vulnerability of nakedness. On that cross, he could have crucified all the violators, all those who sent him there, but he breathed wild forgiveness instead. He chose to do what you did not. He suffered for someone else's sin. And instead of enacting vengeance, he ushered in an era of grace. I wish this Jesus for you. I worry about you. Maybe you've stuffed your memories of the little community near the salty water. Maybe you've scrubbed those words from your mind. You've shoved it way, way down. Guilt riddles you, but you cannot articulate why. I'm proof, beautiful proof, that you can be set free. You can be scrubbed clean. You can be forgiven. But here's the thing. You cannot heal in silence. An untold story never heals. I challenge you, as that scab-kneed girl you sexually assaulted, to give it up, to tell the story and ask Jesus to forgive you. All I can do is pray you'll find this letter through some beautiful God-breathed serendipity, and you finally want to be set free from what you did to me. I forgive you both, you brothers in crime. You brothers who ruined 1 year of my scared and scarred life. You brothers who most likely were violated too. Come to the fount of forgiveness, inaugurated by Jesus. Let my words serve as your entryway. I forgive you. I do. My mountains of sin toward a holy God dwarfs the molehills you enacted against me. I read Jesus' words about the unmerciful servant and understand. Then the master called the servant in. You wicked servant, he said, I canceled all that debt of yours because you begged me to. Shouldn't you have had mercy on your fellow servant just as I had on you? Matthew 18:32-33. If I really, really believe in naked Jesus on the cross who bore all my shame and sin and muck, then I have to believe that his sacrifice is sufficient for you too. His mercy sparks deep mercy in me toward you. It's this odd affection, this ache I have for you too. I long to see you free from those memories, from the abuse you enacted and the abuse you faced. I can't offer clever solutions or pay for years of therapy to eradicate the pain. All I have is beautiful Jesus. All I have is my life made whole. All I have is my testimony. All I have is this. I am okay. I am wildly loved by my Creator. I am healed. I am living a life of impossible joy. I am angry, still. But that anger redirects when I realize that Satan's greatest weapon is sexual violation. I'm angry at the powers of darkness that ignite deep, awful, scary soul wounds through pornography, sex trafficking, sexual abuse, and sexual addiction. I am flat out rage-filled because he has succeeded in stealing, killing, and destroying so many lives. This must stop. For my sake, for your sake, for our sake. Satan, you cannot have these boys now turned men. Satan, you are not allowed victory in this arena. Jesus trumps your vile deeds. What you gleefully applauded in the darkness, Jesus heals audaciously in the light. You cannot and will not win. Light always, always, always pushes out darkness. Always. Your days are numbered, and those who followed Jesus are sick to death of your sexual schemes against humanity. We stand for healing. We stand in Jesus' strength for the sake of future radically saved lives. We who know redemption are tired of miring ourselves in the painful past. Instead, we will stand. We will dance. We will give our healed lives to rescue souls from the darkness. What Satan intended, and even you brothers meant for evil, God makes a holy turnaround. We who desperately needed rescue are now agents of rescue, of reconciliation, and yes, of forgiveness. Oh, that you would experience this new life that Jesus offers you, brothers of the last name. I invite you on the journey. And if we ever meet under the evergreens, by God's life-altering grace, I will hug you. I will pray for you. I will weep. I will say forgiveness words. I will welcome you to the family of the messy yet redeemed. Standing in the glorious, sweet light of Jesus Christ. Signed, Mary, no longer 5, but wholly loved.